Live from downtown Detroit, home of WDIV and Click on Detroit, Local 4 News at 5 starts now.
A lot of us have been counting down to this holiday weekend, unlike others. But how much heat, humidity, and thunderstorms will we be fighting this weekend? Rod?
Nothing says up north more than Trading Post stuffed animals and moccasins.
We're very excited to come up north.
But you up north businesses saying we're open is the bigger prize. We'll have their reaction to the first day where they can start their season.
But we begin on this Friday with breaking news involving the potential release of ex-Detroit Mayor Kwame Kilpatrick from federal prison. And we do have brand new information just in the past few minutes. The official word from the feds tonight is that he still remains incarcerated.
But we have confirmed that he's been put in a 21-day quarantine at the Oakdale Federal Detention Center in Louisiana, and family members say he is going to be released. Mara McDonald is live downtown tonight. Mara, you just got off the phone. What's going on?
I sure did, Kimberly. I just got off the phone with State Representative Sherry Gay Dagnogo, and she is the first one to go on record saying the family confirms for her that the mayor, the former mayor, is being released. Take a listen.
The family has confirmed that our former mayor, Kwame Kilpatrick, has been granted compassionate release or home confinement due to the high risk of COVID-19.
Back here live, all of that means is that the mayor is not going to, or the former mayor is not going to be walking around a free man. What he is going to be is in home confinement. I am told likely with his sister Ayanna in her Atlanta home. This has been swirling since about 7 o'clock last night. Let me take you through everything that's gone on.
You'll remember Kilpatrick made news in February because his mother, family, and a consortium of politicians, religious and business leaders were lobbying President Trump for a commutation of his sentence, and the White House was considering it. Fast forward it to now. The family has been lobbying to have him released because of the COVID-19 epidemic. Federal prisoners have been getting out on home confinement. For example, Paul Manafort. In emails I've seen, since the beginning of April, Kilpatrick's inner circle has been lobbying the Department of Justice to release him, citing his asthma and prediabetes. In addition, they claim he has been exposed to an inmate who died of the virus. Kilpatrick has been sending regular emails to his family and inner circle about the conditions in the prison and the possibility of his release. Last night, my phone started exploding with texts and calls claiming a Kilpatrick release was imminent because of COVID. I can confirm he's been put in a 21-day quarantine, and family expects him to be released June 10th. His son Jonas posted this to Instagram today. The caption, "Pops, can't wait to hug you outside them walls. God will prevail over evil. See you soon." This morning, an email was sent from something called the Ebony Foundation, congratulating Kilpatrick on his early release. The email is problematic, though, because it cites no source or information on why they believe this to be true. The official word from the Department of Justice tonight is Kilpatrick is still incarcerated. His appellate lawyer says he's heard nothing about this, but he also says that's not out of the ordinary.
Back here live, and now new tonight, State Representative Sherry Gay Dagnogo says, yes, the family confirms that they have been told Kilpatrick is going to be released from federal prison. I've been told that is likely June 10th. You know, that email that came out this morning was highly problematic, not just because it had no meat into it as far as what source they were using for this information, but it had misspellings, and there was an email contact that wasn't legit. So there's been a lot to this since about 7 o'clock last night, but now people are going on the record to say, yes, Kilpatrick is getting out of federal prison. Karen, Kimberly, back to you.
Mara, before you go, there are standards that prisoners have to meet to be able to be eligible for this. Aside from the asthma, and you mentioned prediabetes, what about the length of time he served?
He has met that standard. It is a quarter of your sentence you had to have served. He has served that. So he meets that standard. And now confirmation from the family, yes, they've been told he is being released.
Wow.
Back to you.
We'll see how it all plays out. Mara, we appreciate it.
Well, now we turn to the coronavirus and today's numbers. In the past 24 hours, 29 people have died and 403 new cases have been confirmed. But here's some good news. The rate of people with the coronavirus who need to be hospitalized has dipped below 5%. Meantime, in Washington today, President Trump made a major announcement about opening places of worship. Alice Barr is in Washington with that story.
Good evening. President Trump today setting up another potential showdown with governors. After saying he would leave reopening up to them, he's now ordering governors to reopen churches, mosques, and synagogues in their states.
President Trump today weighing in on the simmering controversy over churches and other places of worship, demanding they be allowed to reopen like other businesses.
I'm correcting this injustice and calling houses of worship essential. The governors need to do the right thing and allow these very important, essential places of faith to open right now for this weekend. If they don't do it, I will override the governors.
With Memorial Day weekend kicking off the start to summer, increasingly restless Americans are already heading to beaches and bars, looking for a break from weeks of isolation.
Yeah, I'm hoping this clears up and everyone's able to enjoy a nice, healthy summer.
But there are clear signs of change. Cleaning crews and monitors at New Jersey beaches urging social distance.
The whole nation is in a conundrum of how free are we going to be and how do we sustain public health.
The former FDA commissioner saying today July and August could be our best chance for a breather.
Because there's going to be a lot of uncertainty, I think, after the summer passes.
Coronavirus cases are expected to rise again in the fall.
It isn't inevitable that we're going to have a massive rebound. What is inevitable is that we will see cases. It's how we deal with it that's going to be the end game.
The president saying whatever happens, he does not intend to shut the country down again.
Thank you very much.
The CDC has also quietly updated its guidance to emphasize that person-to-person transmission is much more likely than through touching a contaminated surface, though medical experts are urging everyone not to let your guard down. In Washington, Alice Barr, Local 4.
And in the city of Detroit, they are outlining guidelines for some businesses that are set to reopen next week.
That's right. Starting Tuesday, retail businesses and auto showrooms will reopen by appointment only. Businesses are required to have signs and markings inside and outside for customers to maintain social distancing and mask wearing. A physical barrier must be set up between the cash register and customers, and employees must be supplied with masks and gloves. Mayor Mike Duggan says it's important for businesses to follow the guidelines in order to keep everybody safe.
We've already seen the lines at some of these beauty supply stores with people standing on top of each other. We want your business to be open. We want it to stay open. But that means you have to be responsible for making sure that if you have people waiting to come in for their appointment, they're spacing 6 feet apart. If you do that, you're not going to have any problem with this at all.
Mayor Duggan also announced the Everybody vs. COVID-19 Festival. It's a 2-day online event that's designed to help fight the virus and raise awareness about the 2020 census. And while Detroit gets ready for a partial reopening, up north, it's a whole different story.
Today, businesses, including bars and restaurants, are back up and running. So our business editor, Rob Maloney, has been touring the region to see what life is like, and he's made his way to the town of Prudenville, just off I-75. He joins us live there tonight. And Rod, I understand, oh my goodness, look at you. You got the glasses on. It looks like you might even have a cocktail. You've made it to the bar, my friend.
No alcohol here, but this is the Frog Tiki Bar here in Prudenville, just west of West Branch. And this place would make Jimmy Buffett proud. And I'm here to tell you that if you look around, people are social distancing, but they are enjoying the opportunity to be in a bar/restaurant on Memorial Day weekend. As the signs went up, the doors started opening. The locals let us know just how happy they are to open, at least partially.
It's like a burden lift off your shoulders, you know, to be able to be out.
It's like being released from jail.
All of a sudden, places like the Frog Tiki Bar starting to see the business they could have only have hoped for a week ago. Kathy Grover owns the place.
Well, just this is the best place to be, is the Tiki Bar. I mean, look at it. It's absolutely beautiful.
The bar's one of 3 tourist businesses Kathy owns and runs. Her Springbrook Bed and Breakfast is open but quiet. Her restaurant, the East Bay Grill, is closed, but not for a lack of business, for a lack of help.
I need 2 cooks, I need a dishwasher and a housekeeper.
As welcome as it is, this reopening came as a bit of a surprise. So much so the bar itself almost didn't get open.
To be open today, I had to call old employees and beg them to come back. Otherwise, I wouldn't have had enough workers.
Still, they will figure it all out, knowing businesses just a few miles away from here can't.
Luckily, I have a lot of space. And my liquor license is everywhere but in this parking lot, so I could spread out. So I still lost about 25 seats, which is a nice chunk of money.
So we are spread out here on the deck at the bar. Now, this is just up the street from Houghton Lake. And Houghton Lake was busy today with a lot of activity. Coming up on Local 4 News at 6 o'clock, we're going to show you that. So for now, cheers from the Frog Tiki Bar. Live in Prudenville, Rod Maloney, Local 4.
Oh, thank you so much, Rod. He is having a good time. That sun is shining. Oh, it looks gorgeous up north. And probably not the same for us. It was pretty gloomy in terms of clouds and rain on and off all day.
Yeah, let's go ahead and get on to Ben with what we can expect. And when will this clear out, Ben?
You know, Kim and Karen, Rod usually finds the worst weather when he's reporting in Detroit. He's found the best stuff in the state today, and you can see a lot of that sunshine is hanging out in the northern sections. We're still under clouds on the satellite, and we've got that steady stream of light moisture which is coming in here, so that is going to be with us likely through the evening hours. It's not going to amount to much as far as the measurable rain goes, but we will be seeing raindrops. If you're traveling west or north, it should be a lot drier, and everybody will be dry tomorrow. Here's your weekend at a glance. 75 tomorrow, 84 on Sunday, and 88. That's the thermometer reading on Monday. But guys, as the humidity starts to spike on Sunday and Monday, we're looking at heat index readings in the mid to upper 80s Sunday and likely feeling like 90 on Monday. Whether or not we get there is still a big question on the thermometer, but there will be thunderstorm chances. You saw them on Sunday. We'll track those down for you, and a very wet week next week in just a few minutes. Back to you.
All right, thank you, Ben. So many families we've been talking to in Sanford tell us they are just praying for federal relief.
For the ones who were fortunate enough to not lose everything, the cleanup could take weeks, possibly even months. Sean Lay spent the day with folks who will be spending their holiday weekend picking up the pieces.
We finally made it back to this neighborhood here in Sanford, just off the main road, just off the river here. The water's finally down, and now you can get a clear picture of the utter devastation here. Houses just swept right off their foundations this way, and the people, the lives impacted here. They're just now able to look around and truly get their first look at just how awful and devastating this is.
And that was her house.
That was where the house was.
Travis Behringer and Crystal Kearns are taking in the destruction of their Sanford neighborhood for the very first time. And for Crystal, it's the little things that get her choked up.
My turtle was actually in that house when this all happened, and I thought for sure she was dead. I've had her for 6 years, but we found her yesterday in the room underneath the ceiling. She's alive. I mean, it's just crazy. It's unreal.
The couple and their 2 daughters have the last home standing here, but the home has been destroyed.
Our entire life is in about 6 totes. But you know what? There's people back here that have not even a tote.
This area flooded in 2017. Homes were appraised for a FEMA buyout, but that buyout never came. This is video of the Edenville Dam failing Tuesday night, sending massive Wixom Lake right into this neighborhood downriver.
Now the worst has happened, correct?
Exactly why we want it out of here.
Now FEMA has been tapped to try to help again.
I really hope so, because we're homeless.
Where were you staying?
We're staying with his parents, but like we don't have a home. We don't have a place to sit in our chairs with our cats on our chest and love on our cats, and
to call our own, a place where I can go home, take my boots off, and relax. And it's sad.
This community is amazing. Sanford is a wonderful town. It really is. Everybody, it's humbling, the outpour of help that we have all got and received, and it's unbelievable.
Let's also talk about the basics here, because the water is now gone. So just now, people are able to come back here and take a look at all of this. The Red Cross has not been by yet. They just haven't been able to get back in, and even calling insurance agents, that hasn't happened either. This is a process, and people say they're taking it just hour by hour. In Sanford, Sean Lay, Local 4.
That's all you can do, Sean. Just absolutely devastating. Okay, we do have some information just into our newsroom that we want to get to you. Governor Gretchen Whitmer coming out and saying that she is extending the stay-home order until June 12th. The order was set to expire May 28th. The extension means that theaters, gyms, and casinos will remain closed. So stay tuned for more on that. If you thought homeschooling your child is tough, you've seen nothing yet.
Oh, new tonight, I'm going to take you to a home with 14 boys under one roof trying to make it all work. Paula.
A game changer. That's what some folks are saying Detroit's move to make Detroit the place to teach is going to be by upping salaries.
Hoping to enjoy some of the traditional Memorial Day activities this weekend? I'm Dr. Frank McGeorge. Coming up, I'm answering your questions about swimming, boating, and the beach.